I think it's time we had an uncomfortable conversation about Liu Kang as a character and how he's basically he is a couple games away from Kilik actually winning this. If he had never ascended to godhood, if he had never ascended to this deityhood, I actually think Kilik is the better martial artist. I think he is the better of they're both from that Shaolin temple.
Yeah.
I think Kilik is a better martial art. Liu Kang, again, this is going to be a little uncomfortable for people. This might be a little bit of a hot take for people, but I don't think he is as good as a martial artist as a main character should be for carrying being a main character in the game, being the hero in the game, or being the main star flagship character in the game. Because tell me this, I think Ryu would beat Liu Kang. I think Jin Kazama would beat Liu Kang. I think Akira from Virtua Fighter would give Liu Kang a run for his money if you're talking about fighting him before he ascended to godhood. I definitely think Ragna or Soul Bad Guy would probably beat Liu Kang even if he was a god. So I think Liu Kang is a little bit of a disappointment when it comes to who he was designed. I think the fact that they put him in this Raiden spotlight in Mortal Kombat 1 is a signal that he failed as a main protagonist character. I think that's an admission that he has failed as a main character. I'm picking Liu Kang because he's got the deity in him, but he's only because he's like two games made this happen. But the previous one and the previous game before one when he became the fire god.
Yeah.
If that had never happened, I think Kilik either would win barely or it would be a better matchup.
Honestly, I'm hella spicy take. I'm gonna tell you right now, fiery even. But I'm gonna take it actually a step further. I actually was thinking a little bit more down to earth, even though I did say, hey, latest version of him, right? He is a god or whatever. But still within the realm of what we saw in the game, right? He didn't do anything like, Thanos snap your finger, like gone, right? Like he had to put hands where hands needed to be put to do work, right? At the end of the day. So for me, I kind of took it the other angle where I felt it was because Kilik, though, bringing range, speed, and like you said, martial arts, because he was also a character, even if you look at earlier Soul Calibur's, like I think Soul Calibur 5, he was a mimic character at one point where he was actually copying styles. And it wasn't because of like, maybe because they didn't have him fully like built out in that version of the game, but because he was that martial artist that like he really did learn other styles. Like that was part canonically of what he did, but it's just the bow staff is his go-to. He like struggles though. He struggles with himself. Kilik struggles with himself. He's got deep corruption within himself. Like if you look at canonically the lore behind him, right, how he actually is a bit tainted. Like, so he actually tends to fight to kind of contain his struggle. While as Liu Kang, he just fights with confidence. Like he gives you this. Like when a fighter's doing this, you're already in trouble.
I gotta push back a little bit on it. I get what you're saying, but understand, and this is why I was comparing him to other main characters. Understand the gross amount of hand holding that Liu Kang has had from Raiden throughout his entire.
He's had a mentor. There's nothing wrong with having a mentor.
He had Ryu. Yeah, you can have mentors. Ryu had some mentors. He didn't have people hand holding him and telling him how he was the chosen one. Do this. Go here. Believe in yourself here. He had like.
Yo, that's the opposite. You're getting put up to a position you don't even know. And they're like, yeah, you got this. You got this. And then he has to be the one to really to really believe that shit. He could easily be like, nah, man, you got the wrong guy. You're like, no, I'm about this. I will do this. Let me take a deep breath.
You saw what happened to him in Mortal Kombat 9 when when Raiden kept telling him what to do and people kept dying when he would do what Raiden's telling him to do. And he's like, Raiden, people keep, why are you doing this? And he finally like cracks.
Eventually he broke out though. He said no, like he wasn't like, if he wasn't so single-minded that he would just go with it. He saw the effects, which he was right because Raiden was wrong in the decisions he was making at the end of the day. It wasn't until Raiden made the big epiphany that as to who he meant was supposed to win with Shao Kahn. Liu Kang was already out the conversation. He's like, you have gone nuts, bro. Like, clearly you're not listening, and this relationship is only going one way, so I'm out.
Yeah. Jai, you got something you about to throw in here?
No, I mean, I was just going to say, like, I see what you're saying, but like those positive affirmations he gets aren't throwing hands. You know what I'm saying? Like a positive affirmation isn't punching girl in the face.
Yeah.
No, but
he says, you got this. And he looks at his hands. He's like, you're right. I do got this.
The strength of mind to be able to, everybody needs help. But at the end of the day, like Ryu does not have a Raiden in his life. Jin does not have a Kilik, as far as I can tell, does not have a Raiden in his life like that.
Yeah,
he's got friends.
Kind of.
He's got mentors.
Friends. Yeah.
He don't have God, lightning God daddy telling him like you're the best ever. And that you know what I mean?
I'm also putting in perspective though. He had that, and yet he still got murdered. Between the two, one of them has died. and they also had someone having their back, and he still died.
That's why I'm saying, like, I'm just saying, like I said, we got a consensus. Lou wins.
Yeah,
Lou wins.
I think Lou still wins. But you think he's a bit carried though? You think he's a bit more carried?
I think he's carried. I think he's a little, I guess the word is overrated. I just think he as a character has failed as what a protagonist should be. Scorpion is way more of the Mortal Kombat flagship than him.
I'm plus a million to that, because I think Liu Kang's trajectory was just so straight and narrow. Like there's complexity behind someone like Scorpion, which hindsight is technically the mascot for places like NRS, right? Who's on the logo when it comes to that game? It ain't Liu Kang.
No, it's not.